My topic is the rise of college campus crimes. Colleges have been historically used to shape societies. More essentially, colleges have been used to shape the character of individuals, which in turn shapes the nation. Over time, colleges have evolved to instill essential values in the society. Because all of us are college students, it is important for us to recognize the change in moral values among students on campuses over the past decades. What we are witnessing now as regards to the rise of crime in colleges is not the ethics that our noble institutions should manifest. After much research, today I'm going to discuss the rise of crime on college campuses, including sexual assaults, gun shootings, theft, and drug use. One of the most detestable crimes that is occurring on campuses pertain to sexual assaults and rape. And on my chart, crimes reported on college campuses, 53.2% are aggravated assault and 18.1% are forcible rape. A recent article by Laura Stempler, a journalist for Time magazine, states that a new government report records that sex crimes have rapidly increased by 50% in the last decade. The rising cases of sexual assaults are believed to be somewhat due to the history of unreported cases of the same crime. Sexual assaults make campuses unsafe and add undue stress to individuals. Students' individual sexuality is a sensitive part of our lives that should be safeguarded against harm at any cost. It is notable that sexual assaults not only inflict physical harm, but they also create psychological trauma that lasts for a huge part of people's lifetime. It is indicated that most females tend to be victims of sex crimes such as sexual harassment, rape, and partner violence. At the core of such crimes, it seems that colleges hold the highest amount of disrespect for the well-being of women, and this is something we should be concerned with. Now that we have discussed the most common crime among campuses, let's now talk about the issue of campus shootings. Gun shootings have been an increased part of the phenomenon of crime in colleges. And then on my chart, the study of 160 active shooter incidents in the U.S. between 2000 and 2013, and they have increased each year. In this sense, people are exposed to random shootings from students who revel in the gun and violence culture. During such times, there have been extreme consumptions of violent materials by college students. The most common argument for possession of concealed gun is the fact that it allows for the deterrence of potential crimes. The scenario, however, reflects a different outcome as the future of other people is cut short by bullets. The issue of guns is also coupled with the access of thefts and robbery with violence. While theft is often overlooked as a serious issue, it is still a common occurrence which we should be aware of. And on my chart, 28.8% of robberies happen on college campuses. So far I have spoken of sexual assaults, shootings, and theft. And now let's move on to the last issue of drugs. Campus students are becoming renowned for the use of illegal drugs such as cocaine and heroin. Apparently, drugs are seen as a part of liberal culture that promotes the expression, yet the lives of young become lost in despair under circumstances which should have been prevented. According to a study by the Clinton Foundation, prescription drug abuse is the nation's fastest growing drug problem, In the last year, prescription drugs abuse the third leading cause of accidental death. This epidemic has been widespread on college campuses. Between 1993 and 2005, students using prescription drugs went up dramatically. Use of painkillers like Vicodin, Oxycontin, and Percocets increased by 343%, and use of stimulants like Ritalin and Adderall increased by 93%. In conclusion, it seems therefore that the decline of accessional culture values are at the heart of rising crime rates. Campuses are supposed to reflect important national ethics and even institute responsible behaviors in a warped society. One of the values that campuses need to institute is the respect for females' welfare. Apparently, sex crimes have risen in the last decade, thereby making females students anxious in the school environment. In addition, cases of gun shootings are reported in campuses as students despair and take each other's lives. In addition, use of illegal drugs are rampant across campuses. At this point, the society is supposed to have rehabilitative programs and addressing the situations. It may seem the youth feel neglected or influenced by others, that they resort to crimes as a means of attracting our attention.